We'll invite the children and youth. It's their time this morning. Good morning. Yep, come on down, Riker. Here you can come with those nice big boys. Mary's here. Come on down, guys. Sit right down here. All right. Sit right over here, Riker, so you can see, honey. Sit right here. Thank you. There we go. Good morning. How's everybody? Good. Well, have you ever been watching TV or playing a game and your brother or your sister or somebody else starts talking to you and maybe they are asking you a question, but your answer has absolutely nothing to do with what they ask. Your answer has to do with what you're doing? Well, we're going to play a game like that, and you guys have to help me, okay? We're going to ask the congregation to help us too. All right, so when I point to you guys, here's your line. You have to say, what do you want for dinner? What are you going to say? What do you want for dinner?
Okay. And I am going to be pretending to play a really cool game on my phone. Okay? So here we go.
What do you want for dinner?
Oh, wow. Well, I'm really glad that you're here. Because we're going to watch the purple birds eat the green barrels. Isn't that cool? Yeah, awesome.
What do you want for dinner?
Oh, did you just see the tennis shoes blew up? How cool is that?
Do you want for dinner?
I know, right? This is the best movie ever. Oh, Did I ever answer your question? No. Well, why not? What happened? I was playing on my phone, so I heard what you said, but I really wasn't listening, was I? No, I was kind of trying to do two things at the same time, and when we try to do two things at the same time, I'm really not paying attention to both things. I can really only do one at a time. And when we don't pay attention so closely, we might be distracted. Well, I bring this up because in our Bible story today, in Luke chapter 12, Jesus has that same experience. Now, we know Jesus is doing what Jesus is doing and teaching and preaching, and there is a man in the crowd who's like, Jesus, hey, Jesus, can you please make sure that I get my inheritance now? Can you help me with that? And that wasn't what Jesus was talking about. So he first says, that's not my job. But Jesus always takes time to teach. So he decides to share a story to the distracted man about another distracted man. Now, this other distracted man was all about the money. He was a farmer, and it was just all about the money. Well, I have this big a barn, and it's full. So I'm going to tear it down, and I'm going to build an even bigger barn. And I'm going to keep building barns and bigger because it's all about the money, the money, the money, and the things that I can get with the money. And that didn't turn out so well at the end. Jesus kept sharing the good news of God's better way to live with the people around him all the time. But just like the rich man was distracted by the money, and the man in the crowd was distracted by what he wanted, we can get distracted by the purple birds exploding out of the green barrels. It happens. But you know what the great news is? Jesus never gets distracted. He is always reminding us of God's great love and God's plan. And when we focus on what Jesus is saying, we're able to receive and share God's love and joy and forgiveness with other people. So let's say a prayer. Good listening, guys. Dear God, thank you for Jesus.
Thank you for Jesus,
who shares the good news about you. Help us not to be distracted so we can learn more about you. And all God's people said,
Amen.
All right.